Chris Chapman, Ryan the Hockey Guy Wallace. Vegas Golden Knights victorious tonight, Game 5 of their second-round matchup with the San Jose Sharks. Pretty good 45, 50 minutes for the Knights, and then things kind of turned quickly.
Penalties. Penalties will always be the great equalizer, won't they? Vegas played really, really well for about 50 minutes, and then they took some penalties. I would say they're uncharacteristic, but they've been pretty characteristic this entire series. And that really allowed San Jose to kind of get a little bit of momentum, get a couple of goals, get themselves back in the game. And it was pretty tense there for a little while until Jonathan Marchessault was able to score an empty net goal from his own zone, and thankfully he didn't miss that, because I heard David Perron say if he missed it, he would have gone out there and broken his stick over Marchessault's head.
That would not have surprised me one bit. But
I would say go for it. You do what you got to do, David.
But a lot of people maybe question Coach Gallant changing the lineup up before the game. I mean, made 3 changes tonight. We saw Lucas Pisa in place of John Merrill on the defensive end. We saw Oscar Lindberg make his first appearance in the playoffs, and we saw Ryan Carpenter inserted back into the lineup. And to be honest, all 3 of them played really good games.
I mean, Oscar Lindberg had as many chances, I think, as Brendan Leipzig to score goals and couldn't convert, unfortunately. But he was in and around the puck all night, and that's what you really want to see from a guy that hasn't played a lot, that's coming into the lineup. And then Ryan Carpenter put on some really good minutes on the fourth line, kind of a modified fourth line, maybe a 3A and a 3B tonight, because William Carrier did leave the game in the second period and didn't return, only played about 4 minutes in the entire game. So Gerard Gallant not only had to insert a new lineup, but then he had to juggle it on the fly, and I thought he did a really good job of recognizing which players were and weren't going. A couple of goals from Alex Tuch, that's a big boost to get goals out of your third line. And then talking about the play of Lucas Pisa, I think that he was really good for about 35, 40 minutes of the game. And then I think it was more conditioning than anything, just kind of getting back into game shape. He didn't look as fast. He didn't look as sure of himself in the third period. He still made some pretty good plays, but I think that the conditioning is going to come back, and once it does, Luka will be fine for a full 60 minutes.
Yeah, you talk about his play tonight. Early on, he looked very fast, very crisp, and that's really what you were kind of hoping to get from him when you inserted him in the lineup, that speed that you don't get with John Merrill. And early on he did look really good. But I want to talk about Oscar Lindberg, because you said he had a lot of chances, but ultimately he had an assist on what proved to be the fourth goal, and which eventually would have been it was the game-winning goal. He had the assist, got it up to Cody Eakin, who really threw. I mean, that pass to Alex Tuch was. Everyone's going to talk about the goal,
sure, yeah.
But the pass by Cody Eakin was about as on point as you could get. Got it up over the defender's stick right to Tuch, who I don't know if it hit the ice, and if it did it was either way, it was a ridiculous goal.
Yeah, I mean, it was a stretch pass by Lindberg in the neutral zone. Where have we said that before this season? A stretch pass in the neutral zone by the Vegas Golden Knights. Only this time it wasn't Carlson, Marchessault, and Smith. It was Lindberg to Eakin. Eakin crosses the blue line, recognizes Tuch with speed right down the slot. And let's just talk about how willing Vegas was to go to the center of the ice, to go to the slot. They had so many chances from right in that little bubble on the ice. Martin Jones, I've been kind of hounding him a little bit on Twitter about his save percentage. It was an 8-7 tonight. It's 87% of the shots he faced. Pulled again. I joke because it really wasn't his fault tonight. A lot of the shots were grade A scoring chances. Nothing he could do about on the James Neal goal. Nothing he could do on the Alex Tuch goals. Outside of a couple of rebounds, he really played fine. But Martin Jones against the Vegas Golden Knights is a subpar goalie.
It's the third time he's been pulled this season against the Knights.
He is, and he's under 900 career save percentage. You can't win hockey games if your goalie can't save more than 90% of the shots he faces. And
it's strange because in the first and second period, he looked really good until that power play goal by Alex Tuch, and then the floodgates kind of opened up, and Hollow scored an unbelievable goal, and I'm regretting that I didn't ask him about that, because I did have a chance to talk to him about the Perron goal, or the Neal goal, where Perron kind of basically embarrassed Brent Burns defensively, and then but really great line play tonight. Perron moved back to that second line. He played really well tonight. Holla and Neal both benefited from that, but ultimately, Vegas Golden Knights, they move on, or they don't move on. They move on to a Game 6 on Sunday.
Opportunity to close out the series. It's a big game, probably the biggest in their history. So Vegas Golden Knights need to go on the road in San Jose and continue to play for a full 60 minutes. They got 50 minutes today. They need 60 on, what is it, Saturday? Sunday night, yeah.
And maybe the biggest news for the fans, they are guaranteed at least one more home game this year at T-Mobile Arena. I'm sure that makes all the employees in this building happy. I'm sure that makes Mr. Foley very happy. And it makes the Vegas Golden Knights very happy. Chris Chapman, Ryan the Hockey Guy Wallace, we will talk to you soon, hopefully after another Vegas Golden Knights victory. Have a good night.